I think back when it was just you or a smaller team.
Yeah,
I think I ran into you at Home Depot with my dad.
Oh, you absolutely
and
did.
You were pushing like a truck cart full of boxes, and we're like, "You moving, Bri?" You're like, "No, a client is. A client's moving, and I got to get a pallet of boxes."
I mean, that's probably why my body's probably a little broken now because of that. Because I had the Mazda CX-5 at the time, had those seats down, and I was just. I mean, if anyone is looking for a good SUV that fits a lot of stuff, that's the car.
Mazda CX-5.
Oh, it fits. I mean, people will be like, "There's no way that'll fit." I'm like, challenge accepted. It will fit. And so, I think y'all were like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do this all the time." Just shoving boxes. Now we have a great little transit van, so that saves everybody's cars now. So that's been really, really helpful. Yeah.
And then, as you start to further legitimize the company, and you're like, "Well, wait, we can afford a van."
Yeah.
We can afford all these other things. That beforehand, you're like, "All right, everybody, borrow SUVs,
but
borrow your friends' cars. I need a truck. Hey, can I borrow a truck?"
Does your dad have a truck? Perfect, bring it. And I mean, my team was so understanding, and they were like, "We'll just shove what we can in our cars." But then it gets to the point where you're like, "Okay, my brand new car is getting beat up."
Yeah.
So we need to figure out a solution. And so luckily we were able to find a really great transit van that can move. And then we still sometimes have to use our car, especially if we're decluttering a massive house. But it's nice to at least know that we have an option outside of our cars.
you have a different designated vehicle.
Yes,
that
exactly.
is just wall to wall, just destruction. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, just toss it in.
Just toss it in.
Yeah, you can shove it. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you gotten to the point where you have like an office space of some sort?
So we have an office. It's actually right next to, we were talking about Jackie. We're right there.
Okay.
Off of Bluebonnet and North Oak Hills Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right there. There's a couple office spaces. So we share a space with actually another CPA office. But we have it there for our team. That way we have a place to always meet, a storage place for all the bins that we keep in stock. And then when we have big parties, it's nice to have a place where we can like put flower arrangements together. Or like this past weekend, we had to blow up a bunch of pool balloons. And so the pool ball, so like one of my team members was there at night, like just blowing up pool floats, you know? So it's nice to just be able to have a space that we can kind of come home, like call home, and then we can all meet together. And it is really nice.
Yeah.
So,
It's nice to also have like a centralized location.
Yes, definitely.
For where you're going to go. Because it sounds like y'all's consults are more in people's homes.
It has to be at home, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if we're meeting for a party or whatever it is, we're usually having that party in their house.
Right.
So it's nice to see those spaces. Because a lot of times, like, can we just do a phone consult? I'm like, we can, but not really seeing the spaces that we're working with. It's hard to give you an exact estimate on what those spaces look like too. So we typically, I don't think we've ever actually met a client at our office space, only because it makes more sense to meet them at the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we've talked a lot about the moving and the concierge service, but you'll offer other services as well. I mean, you're mentioning party plannings and inflatables.
I know.
So, what else is it that you do now?
Yeah, so we do a lot of party planning. My team just loved it, and I was like, if y'all want to work weekends, that's fine. You know, like, it's not something they have to do. But a lot of our clients who are concierge clients, it's their kids' first birthdays, baptisms, it's their kids graduating from high school. It's a little bit of everything. And then when it comes to Christmas, then they're having Christmas parties. They're doing family Christmas parties and work Christmas parties. So these are people we've worked with for a long time, and so we kind of know what those dates look like. So that's usually where it comes from, is that our concierge clients are like, well, since you're already in my home, can you also do the parties? So that's really nice, because that gives my team obviously more hours, and they also really enjoy it because it's just something. It's a very pretty experience, right. You know. So even though we're sweating at the end, you're like, this is beautiful. When it's 115 outside and you're having a pool party, you better get a lot of dry ice. You know, like, it's just gonna be a hot day.
you need something to bring that.
No one's gonna be
down.
on stories that day. Like, we all are melting.
Everybody's gonna be behind the camera.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
Here's the party we threw.
Yeah, or like side, you know,
from the back.
From the back.
From the back of the head.
Yes.
You know, it's like everybody's got hats on. You know?
Yeah. So we do that, and then we have our Christmas, our holidays. So we do everything for gift wrapping, Christmas decorating, Christmas parties, putting together toys. Like, we kind of become like Santa's elves, like, in a sense, where it's just, we've got husbands who last minute, they're like, I need one more gift for my wife. Can you go and edit and go pick up something? And this could be Christmas Eve. You know, like, there are times where it's been like the day before Christmas, and I'm like, I think I should just text you next year, like a month in advance, and say, okay, are we ready? Are we prepped? Do I need to buy anything? You know,
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So some of our clients we do reach out to, especially if it's happened in the past. We'll reach out to and say, hey, like, are you ready? Like, do you have your Mother's Day gift? Do you have your Christmas gift? Do you have, it's like we kind of just knock everything out.
All right, Jimmy, it's Mother's Day next month. Do you have it picked out?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your wife?
Because Mother's Day, I know they love their wives, but it's always like the scramble of like, I need flowers or a gift.
I need something.
And so that's kind of our busiest time between Christmas and Mother's Day. It's like, can you go run to the store and go grab this for me? Or like, do you know what she would like? Because we're in their homes. We're talking to them all day. So like we know a lot of the like brands that they like or, whatnot. So it's fun.
That's hysterical.
Which that's the fun part, the adrenaline. And then when the husbands get involved and they appreciate what we're doing for them and for their wives, that's probably the most special moment for us when a husband notices a closet's organized or something got done in the house that he's been seeing for a while, and he's like, oh, I never realized it could look that good, and I'm like, when a husband realizes it, it's a bonus for us.
Oh yeah, like you're able to see, wow, everybody's realizing what we're doing.
It's a huge benefit. Cool. Yeah, it's really nice. So